Hello, good morning, Yashovardhan. Hello, hello. Good morning, Yashovardhan. Hello, hello. Let me wait for the students to join. So last time we stopped here discussing functions and addresses. So you have program number can be designated by O and can be designated by P also. So more students they want to join. The various codes are divided into G codes and N codes. G codes are also called as the preparatory codes or preparatory function. Why? Because they prepare the machine for the operation. So the G codes are called as the preparatory function because they take active part in the fast program execution. They are always at the beginning of the block. But as I said earlier, that it can be anywhere in the block. It's not that if it is written first in the block, so it will be executed in the beginning. Not like that because the control will read the entire block. It will look for that end of the block symbol and then only it will be executed. So the sequence is not important. Now this is the most important 2 marks questions or sometimes even 4 marks questions. G codes they are model and non-model. Model and non-model means blockwise active. So model means it remains active. This is very important slide until another G code of the same group is programmed. Like suppose if you have written G01 in one block, it will remain active unless and until it is replaced by some other G code, like say G00 or G03 or G02. That is what is called the model code. G01 is the model code. G00 is again a model code. G02 is not, but that remains active only in that particular block. And blockwise active means what? It remains active only in that particular block. So that is what is called the blockwise active, and it is also called as the non-model or blockwise active. The very first G code is G00. You have to read it as G00 and not G00. This is G00, which is called as the rapid positioning. Rapid positioning. That is, if your tool is not doing machining, you have to just position the tool at a particular point of the component which is being machined. Then you have to move the tool fast because if you move the tool slow, then unnecessarily your time is going to be consumed. So in order to save on the time, you have to move the tool fast, move the tool or move the table, either way. So this is an idle motion, idle, not ideal, idle motion. So idle motions are always represented by G00 in order to save the time. So what happens in G00? The tool or the slides they move at very maximum or very highest speed rates. Highest means 10,000 millimeter per minute. That is 10 meters per minute, or sometimes even 15 meters per minute. Anybody wants to join? You should join thoda early. Otherwise, always a disturbance. Alright, we'll continue. So it can be programmed as G or G0 also, but generally we write G00. No need to write, in short form.
Hello, Utkarsh.
So it's a model and can be cancelled with D01 or D02 or D03.
Sir, hello.
Anybody? Hello? Yeah.
Sir, there are only 28 people right now, and people are waiting. Where they are unable
But
to join. I
just
just
but just
joined.
now I admitted, I had to again come from the share mode to the edit mode.
Yeah, sir. So do it, sir, because I don't know. It's 9:12 and there are only 29 people.
So D00 is a model code and it can be cancelled with D01 or D02 or D03. We'll learn what is D02 or D03. So when you see the toolpath simulation, in toolpath simulation G00, it appears as a dotted line. That is toolpath simulation, that is when you program and when you see on the software screen. So that time G00 will appear as a dotted line, G01 will appear as a continuous line. So this was about G00. Right now, suppose if you want to do this two holes drilling, and we assume that the tool is positioned at say point 1, that is here, and what is the distance of point 1? That is say 15, x 15, and y is minus 20, that is this x 15 and y is minus 20. So from we want to move the drill from point 1 to point 2. So that's a idle motion, isn't it? That's idle motion because no machining is happening. On the workpiece, we have to do only this drilling only. The only machining is when you actually do the drilling. Movement and positioning at the points 1 and 2, that is idle movement. So that has to be happen by G00. That is what is rapid positioning. So we say drill for the drill to move from the point 1 to point 2, we say G00 x75. How do you got this x75? That is 60 plus 15. That is x75, and then y minus 20. All right, and by default it is G90. That is absolute G90. By default it is G90. I hope this diagram is clear. Had it been G91, then X would have been 60 and Y would have been 0. Had it been G91 increment, incremental mode, then X would have been 60 and Y would have been 0. So this is what is your G00 bit positioning is. Now G01 is also called as the linear interpolation. So here it moves along a straight line. That is, tool moves along a straight line. It's from the start point and the till the end point. So mathematical model, what it follows is y is equal to mx plus c. Again, G01 is model, that is, it remains effective in several blocks unless and until it is changed by other ports like G00, G02 or G03. Otherwise, it will remain active. G01 will remain active. Then on the toolpath simulation, G01 will appear as a continuous line. So this is an example, same example. Just look at this very carefully. G01, X75, Y minus 20, F20. So from here to here, the drill will move slowly. Slowly means whatever feed rate you have given. That feed rate is now here it is 20. So 20 millimeter per minute. So that is the waste. Because we have to move from here to here, we have to move the drill very fast. Because that is not a machining. Just to give an example of G01, this has been quoted. That is G01, X75, Y minus 20, F20. But in practice, that is when you are actually doing the drilling, it will be G00 will be the right code. Then G02 and G03 are called as the circular interpolation, and this follows the mathematical model, that is x square plus y square is equal to r square. So here it moves along a circular path at the period which is given in the program. Here you have to remember G02 stands for the clockwise direction and G03 stands for the anti-clockwise. That is circular interpolation. G02 is nothing but clockwise circular interpolation, that is CW, and G03 is anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, that is CCW. Anti-clockwise or counterclockwise or CCW. That is nothing but your climb milling, that is up milling or the down milling. It's nothing but up milling or down milling. So what is the syntax for this? So you have to give the start point of the arc or start point of the circle, and you need to give the end point of the circle or of an arc, and you have to give the radius of the arc, or you have to give the circle center point. In the higher versions, in the higher versions of the control, you have to give the radius of the arc. The older versions, we used to give the center point of the circle, where the center, like suppose if I ask you to draw a circle on the screen, then what you'll ask her, where to draw the circle, that is here, here, that is where should I take the center, isn't it? And then next question that you will ask is what is the diameter, or what is the radius. And so same thing here also. And if I ask you to draw the arc, arc, that is the part of a circle, then again you will ask, so where do I start, that is where do I take the start of the arc, here, 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 and where do I end, here, here. The same thing. Without start point and end point and the radius, control will not understand how to draw the arc or how to draw the circle. Correct. So lattice control only the radius, because the calculation is good enough that even if you give the radius, it will calculate the center automatically, center of the circle on its own. Earlier we used to give the circle center point also, but now it is not required. So it is easy. Now it is easy to program circular interpolation. So this is what is your clockwise, that is G02. This is what is your anti-clockwise interpolation. 40 comma 40 means in x direction you have 40, y direction 40. That is this point with respect to this. With respect to this, x is 40 and y is 40. Then 80 comma 80 means with respect to this is 80 and this is 80. G03 means now this becomes your start point and this is what is your end point. G02 is this is your start point and this is what is your end point is. Okay. So how do you give now? First case G02, that is x40 and y40. Alright. And then you need to give the end points, that is x80 and y80, and radius is 40. So this you have to give, and that is standpoint and the end point along with the radius. If you don't give the radius, then you need to give the center. Now again, suppose if you want to give the center, listen carefully here. Suppose if you don't have this facility, that is if you are using older version of the control, then how to give the center? There are two ways of giving the center. Either some control accepts absolute and some control accepts incremental mode of defining the control. Like in case of absolute, my center in this case will be how much? This point is 40, radius is 40, so this becomes 80. So the centers are represented by I and J. So here, if I have to show the center, then center will be here I 80 and J 40. I 80, that is in x direction. The center will be this 40 plus 40, that is 80, and J will be 40. But some control or most of the controls accepts incremental mode of defining the center. So the incremental mode means what? With respect to start point, with respect to the start point, where is the center is. With respect to start point, where the center is. So now where the center is with respect to start point, it will be I, that is in x direction on positive side. So that is 40. So I 40, and what about J value? Where is the center? center point on this axis only. So with respect to this, the center is 0, isn't it? So if I have to give the center in incremental sense, then it will be given as I40 and J0. So this command line or this block will become G02, then X80, and what is the endpoint? Y80, alright, and I will be 40 and J will be 0. In this case, how the center will be defined? It will be defined always with respect to the start point. So with respect to the start point, where is the center point? That is on this axis only, and it is down. So I stands for X, J stands for Y. So I will be 0 and J will be minus 40. It is 40 mm down, isn't it, on the negative side. So this is how, if center programming is available on the control, or if there is no provision of radius programming, you program. So it is slightly tricky. So that's why most of the controls nowadays, they have facility of radius programming. That is, you have to just give the start point, give the end point, and the radius. No need to define the center. Center will be automatically calculated by the control. Now suppose if it is G03, so G03, so here the start point is X18, Y80, that is this X80, Y80, that is the start point. From here we are going anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, that is CCW. So G03 endpoint is absolute. You have to give in absolute, because by default it will be, by default we will be working in G90 absolute. If you want to work in incremental, then you have to write G91. Alright. So here my start point is X80, Y80, and then end point is X40, Y40, and radius is 40. Now suppose here, if I want to give center programming, center programming, and then how this block will become G03, X40, Y40. As I said earlier, it will be I, I will be 0 and J will be minus 40. J will be minus 40. Alright. Now suppose if I want, this is in absolute mode. Now if I want to uh, write the program in incremental, that is using G91. So I have positioned the tool, let's say here G01, X80, Y80. From here I have to go in incremental. So how do I go from here incremental? So I write G03, G91. With respect to this, where is this point on the minus side? So that will be X will be what from this distance, that will be X minus 40 and Y minus 40 again. With respect to this point is X minus 40, Y minus 40, and again now center. If you want to do center programming, then again with respect to this, where it is center point is I is 0 and J is minus 40. Alright. So if it is incremental programming, and if you are using radius, then it will be G03, will be G03 X minus 40, Y minus 40, R40. If you are using incremental as well as if you are using center programming, then it will be Z03 X minus 40, Y minus 40, then I 0 and J minus 40. So there are various ways of programming. G91 is slightly, mm, I mean, it is easy, but there are tendency to make the mistakes. And when there is a provision of radius programming, why to go for center programming? This is what I was telling, that with the circle center point. The circle center point can be given by I, J, and K, where I is the distance between the start point of the cutter to the center of the arc in X direction. J is the distance in Y direction, and K is the distance in Z direction. That is, suppose if you want to do a spiral machining, helical machining. This is the thread. If you want to cut a thread, three-dimensional. So that time you need to go in I, J, and K. That is blades. So that time you need to go in I, J, and K. And remember, I, J, K values are always incremental. Incremental. So now this is an example with the center line programming. Say now this is Z01. Now here, now the controls with center line programming, they have incremental, that is center is defined by incremental, but center can be defined in absolute mode also, but let us forget that part. You just remember that is if the question is asked, that is define G02, G03 with the center point programming, then you give this example only. That is you have to give I and J in incremental mode only. Right? Now look at this carefully. If you want to write it down, you can write it also. So this is the start point, that is x40, y40. This is the start point, and the end point, that is first x and y, that is x80 and y80, and then center. You know, center is here, and center you have to define with respect to the start point. So that will be I40. That is I stands for the x and J stands for the y. So center is on the right hand side. This distance is 40, and in y direction it is 0. So I40 J0. This, this is how you define when center line programming provision is there. Okay, but now this is replaced by radius. So this instead of I40 J0, you simply write R40, radius 40, R40. So that is easy. In G04, 12, G04, 12. And so as I already told you the function of the G04. It is denoted by X in some control, and in some control it is P. So for example, in case of Anup, it is denoted by P, and in case of Siemens, it is denoted by X. Remember, these are the two popular controls. There are several controls, but the market is captured by these two controls, that is Anup and Siemens. These are the most popular control. So now, when you say this N10 is nothing but the block number, G04 stands for the dwell, and X2 means spindle will take a dwell of 2 seconds. What is the meaning of this? Spindle will rotate, but on the axis motions, that is X, Y, Z, whatever it is, will come to halt. Will come to halt. There will not be any axis motion for 2 seconds. For 2 seconds. If it is Fanuc, remember the difference. If it is Fanuc, then you'll have to program it like G04P2000. G04P2000. So 2000 divided by 1000, that will be 2. See, this is what the difference is. Siemens will take this. Suppose if there is no G04, it is 1, then Siemens will take this X2. I'm again repeating, if it is G01 and X2, that is linear interpolation, then Siemens will take it as X2 millimeter. The movement will happen in X direction by 2 millimeters. If Fanuc control if I am using, then I have to write G01X2000, or you have to say in Fanuc X2.00 point. You have to write a point. So if you forget to write point, or if you forget to give 2000, then in Fanuc it will be considered as, that is, if you write only x2, then in Fanuc it will be considered as 2 upon 1000, that is 2 micron, that is the side, the table will move by 0.002 millimeter, remember. So you have to be careful in Fanuc. Whereas Siemens, you don't have to give 2.00. If it is only x2, it will be considered as 2 millimeter. Now, in dual, what happens? Instead of 2 seconds, axis will come to halt and only the spindle will keep on rotating. So, this is required. Like, suppose if you want to observe whether the tool condition is correct, whether the chips are being removed, whether the coolant is going uh, down, or if you want to clean the chips, or the most important is if you want to have a good finish. Like I gave an example last time, like you have done the shaving and then during the last cut you just repeat that, shaving razor twice or thrice in order to get a good finish. Hmm. So the same thing, that is you rotate your reamer, uh, idle, just keep rotating for 2 seconds or 5 seconds, so the finish of the hole will be better. That is the purpose of rotation. Again, it is not a model code. If the question is asked differentiate between model and blockwise code, then in the example you can give this, that G01, G00 is a model, G04 is blockwise or it is a non-model code. That is, it remains active in that particular block only. Again, suppose if you want in the next block, then you need, if you want that G04 should remain active in the next block also, then again you have to give G04 x2. But it is common sense, isn't it, that once you are given G04 x2, it will remain effective for that block only. Next block, definitely you are not going to call G04, you are going to call G01, G00 or something like that, isn't it? Like suppose you have done a reaming, at the end of the reaming, that is at the end of the hole, you will give say G04x5. So it will rotate for no axis motion. So it will keep on rotating for 5 seconds. Okay, then afterwards in the next block, obviously you have to retract the reamer, isn't it? So you will simply say G01 shed 5, isn't it? So that means the reamer will be lifted up by 5, isn't it? Nobody is going to give again G04X2. If you want to give G04X2, then in the previous block itself, you will give G04X4, isn't it? So obviously G04 is a blockwise or non-model code. Then here in G04, this is what is very important sentence is, no other function, that is in G04, you cannot call G01, G02, G03. It is obvious. G04 means it is well only. So you cannot call your other codes. So if you give G04X2, G01, Z2, so immediately it will give the error. All the controls will give the error, syntax error. If you give G04, G01, G04X2 and G01, Z5, immediately it will give the syntax error. This is what is most important, cutter radius compensation, because we are writing the program considering tool is a point shape, that is tool diameter is 0, isn't it? That is center line of the spindle. We are writing the program with respect to the center line of the spindle. That practically speaking, the tool cannot have 0 diameter, the tool will have some diameter. So for the block, if you are going to machine, You need to offset the tool by the diameter or by the radius of the tool, and that is what is called the cutter radius compensation. This is very very important. If you don't have this function, cutter radius compensation, then considering cutter diameter, that is whether you are going to use diameter 10 cutter, diameter 12, 20 cutter, considering this cutter diameter in mind, you have to write the program. Understand, which also I have explained earlier. So basically, uh, what is the program diameter of the cutter and actual diameter of the cutter compensation concept is used, and this cutter compensation concept is available on all the machines because it's necessary. Without that, you cannot write the program. It will be very very difficult. As I told last time also, like you have written a program say for diameter 10 cutter without using cutter compensation. That is, you have offset your program or you are offset the center line of the programming by say 5 mm, thinking that you are going to use diameter 10 cutter. And then what happens if you have the cutter available 9.8 or 9.6? Then you have to rewrite the program. You have to offset by not by 5 mm. Now, suppose if you're using 9.8, then you have to offset by 4.9. So again, entire program you have to rewrite, which is not practical. So cutter radius compensation is must. Cutter radius, or is also called as the cutter diameter. To be technically correct, we use cutter diameter compensation term on milling machine and radius compensation term on lathe machine. So we say tool diameter compensation on milling machine and we say tool nose radius compensation on lathe. TNRC, remember TNRC, tool nose radius compensation, tool nose radius compensation, TNRC. Right? That is, so sometimes in the question they will simply write explain TNRC. So you should not be confused. TNRC is a standard abbreviation. TNRC, that is tool nose radius compensation. So if I am using G41, then it is compensation applied to shift the cut part to the left. That is tool is on the left hand side. If it is G42, then it is on the right hand side. And if you are using this compensation, then you need to cancel it. Okay, so that cancellation is done by G40. G40. Okay, so now how to decide this G41 and G42, which is very important. That is, you have to take a look on the direction of the cutter, direction of the cut. Then these are the advantages of the cutter radius compensation. You can use different diameter of the cutters because it is a center line programming. So whatever cutter diameter is available, you can use it. Right. So you please, copy this because this is very important. G41 and G42. Please copy this in your notebook. I will give some time. So I hope you have understood this G41, G42. G41 is on the left hand side, cutter is on the left hand side, and G42 cutter is on the right hand side. Now look at this. You want to cut a circular cavity. Alright, remember this is only this cavity is shown. You want to cut a circular cavity. This that means you are cutting internally. You are, you are cutting internally. Remember this is a hole. Imagine this is a hole to be cut, and this rectangle is nothing but a workpiece. Okay, this is the block. You put a block hai, and in that you have to cut a hole, a circular hole. Now you will ask me why not cut a hole by drill or by boring bar? Huh? But then say this is very odd size. Let us huh? This is very odd size. Odd size मतलब कैसा? Let us say it is the size is 32.254. 32.254. So the drill is not available, and let us assume that boring bar is also not available. Definitely the drill available है नहीं, and boring bar you need to set this size. So the easiest way is to do by circular interpolation. That is, you take a end mill. This is the end mill cutter. This is a milling cutter, and you are moving the cutter like this, you know, like this. So you have to go as per the direction of the cut. So where is your profile? Profile is this. This is a profile which is to be cut. Look at the arrow, and the cutter is on the left hand side, isn't it? So you are going on like this. So the cutter is on the left hand side. So that's why I need to use G41 here. And look at this here. This is a profile to be cut. Again, a circular hole to be cut. Alright. And you have to look into the direction of the cut. Or in a simple way, I'll say you swim along with the direction of the cutter. Now the cutter is going like this. Cutter is going like this. So this is the profile to be cut. So you are swimming like this now. You are swimming like this. So your swimming direction is on the right hand side. Here you are swimming like this. So your swimming direction is on the left hand side of the profile. Here your swimming direction is on the right hand side. See, like this. So it is cutter is on the right hand side. So that's why here in this case it will be G42, and in this case it will be G41. Slightly difficult to understand, but not. G70, this is simple. That is, if you have the drawing or the blueprint and if you have all the dimension in inches, then in the beginning you have to write G70. So all the dimensions, whatever you write subsequently, that will be taken inch. Very simple. Like in the beginning only you write G70, the subsequent dimensions. So it's a model code. G70, it's a model code. So X 4.0 means X axis will move by 4 inch. That is approximately 100 mm. Then if you are using so G0, you know that rapid movement, and if G70, G95, suppose if you are using an F0.02, okay, so G95 stands for feed rate, feed rate per revolution. So what is the meaning of this G95 F0.02? It means the feed is 0.02 inch per revolution. So if the spindle RPM, if the spindle revolution is 100, the spindle revolution is 100, then feed rate will be 100 into 0.02, that will be 2 inches in, that will feed rate will be 2 inches per minute. I repeat again, suppose if it is G95 F 0.02 And if the spindle rotation is 100 rpm, that is 100 revolutions per minute, then feed rate will be 0.02 into 100, that is 2 inches per minute. So in a minute it will move by 2 inch. In a minute it will move by 2 inch. This is 0.02 inch per revolution. G95 means per revolution and G94 means per minute. Per minute. And whether it is millimeter or inch, that is decided by G70. If it is G70, then it will be inch, and if it is G71, it will be millimeter. Alright. So it's a model code. It remains active unless and until it is replaced. If you understood G70, then G71 is simple. Alright. So G71 means it will be taken all the dimensions, subsequent dimension will be taken in millimeter. So again, now suppose if it is G95 and F.02 means this will be millimeter per revolution. So if the spindle is moving at 100 revolutions per minute, 100 rpm, then it will be 0.02 into 100. So 2 millimeter per minute. 2 millimeter per minute. So remember, like be careful. Like suppose if you want to move the tool by 2 millimeter per minute, but if you are given by mistake G70, then you are your desire or you want to move by 2 millimeter in a minute, but since you are given by mistake G70, instead of 2 millimeter it will take 2 inches. 2 inches. So it will move faster. It will move faster. Understand? So some damages may occur. Again, G71 is also a model code. As I said, G94 is for millimeter per minute. Remember, you always tend to forget this. G94 is millimeter per minute feed rate and inches per minute. Can be millimeter per minute or inches per minute. If you want millimeter per minute, then you write G71. If you want inches per minute, then you write G70. Feed rate you understand, isn't it? That means it is nothing but a velocity. It is the velocity at which the tool is moving. Let's say 200 millimeter per minute. See, you are familiar with meter per seconds or kilometer per hour. But here we are using the unit millimeter per minute. So if you are using 200 millimeter per minute, that means the tool will cut at the rate of 200 millimeter. That means in a minute it will move by 200 millimeter. This is the example that is tool moving at 100 millimeter per minute or 100 inches per minute. If you by mistake suppose if you give G71 or G70, that is you want to use millimeter, and if you by mistake if you use G70, so that 100 millimeter will be considered as 100 inches, remember. So it will be 25.4 times faster because 1 inch is equal to 25.4 millimeter. So some accident will happen. Again, it remains effective unless and until it is changed. So that's why it is called the model. Model means it remains effective. And then G95 is nothing but period per revolution. So here you have to multiply by RPM in order to get it in minute. In minute. So generally, in case of lathe machine, we use per revolution, and in case of milling machine, we use per minute. Per minute. Again, this is also a model code. And then these are your miscellaneous, and there are many G codes, but whatever we discussed, that are the standard G codes which you must remember, from your examination point of view. There are many G codes. There will be at least 200 G codes. I'll quickly go through your attendance. and there was some. So today is 10th August. Huh? Abhishek present. Abhishek Gupta. I think he is absent. Abhishek Gupta. Aditya Sawan. Hello. Hello. Aditya Sawan. Aditya
Sir is
Kamble.
present.
Loudly. Hello.
Sir,
Please
present,
speak
sir.
loudly.
Aditya Sawant, present.
Aditya Kamble. Present. Hello. Hello. Aditya Kamble. Are you
Sir,
present?
even Aditya Chavan is present.
Where I cannot see.
So
Hello.
below Eric Miranda, that's Aditya Chavan.
Aditya. Hello. Neeraj. Aditya Chavan is absent. No. Aditya Kamble.
Sir, Aditya Chavan is present. He's also in the meeting right now.
What about Aditya Kamble?
So he's also present.
Just a minute. Okay. Aditya Umbalkar.
So absent.
Absent. Aditya Punjabi. Absent.
Absent.
Akash Jadhav.
Absent, sir.
Aditya Sawant. Aditya Sawant, are you present?
Sir, present, sir, present.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm present for all the lectures, sir.
Yeah.
Again, absent
Yeah.
has been
Yeah.
put.
I checked that. Akash Jadhav. Absent. Amit Dubey is present. Andrew. Absent. Aniruddha.
Sir, Andrew present.
Present.
Yeah.
Ankur.
Yeah, present, sir.
Please speak loudly.
Present,
Antony.
present.
Antony.
Yes, sir, I'm present.
Anuj.
Present.
His voice is very powerful. Ashley. Ashley. Ashik. Ashik Shetty. Olaso. Pereira.
Present, sir. Present. Also present.
Plessy.
Present, sir.
Chirag.
Present, sir.
Cyril.
Present, sir.
Darshan. Darshan.
Present,
Darshana.
sir. Present, sir.
अरे दर्शना दर्शना इज अ गर्ल नो देव
सर उसके पहले दर्शन था तो मैंने प्रेजेंट बोला सर.
हाँ then I called Darshana देव area Ruvin. Okay, now I'll directly jump to this. You can see your attendance. Yeah, now
No, I was present for last lecture.
who?
Sir, Parth Rathod.
Yes, sir.
सर ध्रुविन इज प्रेजेंट सर उसका माइक काम नहीं कर रहा है ही रोट अ मैसेज
Parth Rathod. I have marked you, no? Last lecture. You are present last lecture.
Sir,
Yes, sir,
last
Shubham
to last one, where
856.
you wrote absent.
Last to last. You are present, yeah? Okay.
हाँ sir, you
ठीक है. All right.
Sir, Dhruvin is present.
Sorry.
Dhruvin is
Dhruvin.
present. His mic is not working. Sir. Yes, sir. Dhruvin.
Yeah, he's present.
Yes, sir.
Then Shubham. Both the Shubhams or Shubham Nar,
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Shubham Kaneria,
Present, sir.
Smith, Swami is present. Yeah, now Yash Kamble. He's absent.
Present.
Sorry,
Present, sir.
Yash Kamble.
Present, sir.
Yash Rathod.
Present, sir.
And
Present, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine. All right,
सर
thank you
मैं
so much.
लास्ट 2 लेक्चर्स प्रेजेंट था
Sorry,
सर लास्ट 2 लेक्चर्स प्रेजेंट था मैं
कौन बोल रहा है?
राज जैन
हेलो, who is
राज
speaking?
जैन सर
Raj Jain. Raj Jain. Raj Jain. Last 2 lectures present था, but then you are not there in the attendance list. Attendance list में नहीं दिखाई दिया था.
सर मैं लास्ट 5 मिनट्स पहले लेफ्ट हो गया था
अच्छा.
सर
But then still, see, we have attendance.
सर एंड्रू ने कॉल किया था अटेंडेंस के लिए पर फिर मैं वापस ज्वाइन नहीं हो पा रहा था
लेकिन attendance list में नहीं आया तुम्हारा नाम. Even if you are left for 5 minutes, no, I checked and I give the attendance. Attendance list में नहीं आया था.
सर मेरा नाम भी अटेंडेंस लिस्ट में नहीं है
हाँ?
मेरा नाम भी
Attendance list is generated, no, at the end of the once you leave the meeting, no, attendance list is generated. So I also checked that also. Anyway, you are present here last time. Okay.
यस सर
Raj, who else?
मी जॉर्डन
Who else?
सर
Ronak sir.
Sorry,
अमी राज जैन
Ronak.
Eric Miranda. Lecture I was also present.
Last lecture, yes. This is the last lecture. This is current today's lecture. Last lecture you are present.
No
here.
sir, no sir. Last lecture sir.
8529 वैभव सर
Last lecture. And this. अरे थर्ड को तो सब जन एब्सेंट था. राखी बंधन क्या बोलते हैं तुम लोग? रक्षाबंधन को तो
इसके पहले जो हुआ था
रक्षाबंधन को तो सब लोग एब्सेंट था
पहले
ना.
का मेरे को लगा
मास बंकिंग था.
हाँ
फिर अभी now that is Raj Jain. What you are telling that is also not right. No, थर्ड को तो सब एब्सेंट था.
सर थर्ड को नहीं इसके पहले जो लेक्चर हुआ था ना
इसकी that is you are talking about this. थर्ड के पहले 30th को 30th जुलाई you are talking about that. Here तो everybody is absent, my dear. इधर ठीक है. तुम्हारा you just WhatsApp me on my personal number. ठीक है, अगर attendance issue है तो otherwise you will get
ओके
date for the next lecture. क्या हो गया था?
सर
Sorry?
आपने मास बंक का प्रेजेंट दे दिया था गलती से
पार्थ राठौड़
मास बंक के दिन वो प्रेजेंट थोड़ी था
नहीं था प्रेजेंट. अभी वो बोला प्रेजेंट था करके. अच्छा है.
सर मास बंक में कहाँ प्रेजेंट होगा
Because I check always with attendance also.
यस सर
ठीक है.
सर आपका जो थर्सडे था ना 6 को उसका मैं अटेंडेंस बोल रहा था
किसका?
6
You just
को
tell your
थर्सडे को
name
लेक्चर था ना
also. थर्सडे को. हाँ, कौन बोल रहे हैं?
उस दिन मैं प्रेजेंट था
Who is this? राज क्या? राज जैन.
यस सर
Raj Jain. But I don't know. I always go as per the attendance also.
हेलो
Okay, I will check again. Okay.
वैभव सर
Okay,
सर टुडे आई एम प्रेजेंट
What I will do, I will mail this attendance sheet to Neeraj Jain, and then you let me know on my personal number. Okay, not on the group.
ओके
Okay.
ओके सर
Thank you.
थैंक यू